so we can get up on out of here. So much for keeping everything to an hour. But let me officially do the things. So now we are officially in our predictions for Forbidden Door. So just to let y'all know that we will be doing a prediction, not a prediction. We're doing predictions now, but we will be doing a live watch along for Forbidden Door come this Sunday. So it's going to be a fun one. I'm really excited. It is going to be really, really fun for sure. So how predictions work here is that as of right now on Tuesday, June 23rd, we are making our predictions given with the card that has been given to us so far. And I'm pretty sure, just like for Double or Nothing, we will be getting lots of matches announced after Dynamite and Collision this week, specifically for 0 hour, or buy-in. So that should be really fun. But Benny and I are just going to make our predictions and we're going to see how well we did. So far in our second season for the AEW Predictions League, Betty and I are currently at the top of the leaderboard with a perfect sweep because we perfectly predicted Double or Nothing, which was really fun. Anywho, so let's get into these predictions for Forbidden Door. These matches are in no particular order. So I just put them in order from like non-championship matches to championship matches. So here we go. First, of course, let's start with the buy-in, which is for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships. We have Divine Dominion versus Thunder and CMLL's Olympia. This one's pretty easy for me. I'm going to go with Divine Dominion. I don't see them losing these titles until we get to Wembley, but crazier things have happened. But my gut is telling me Divine Dominion is walking out of San Jose still as your champions.
Yeah, same.
So now moving on to the main card, we're going to start things off with this one, the 3 tag match. So we have Sky Team, which is Mystico and Mascara taking on the Young Bucks versus Unbound Company, which is Shingo Takagi and Titan of New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I'm torn because I'm like, this can really go either way. But given the companies that are here, I'm probably going to lose a point for this one. I'm going to go with Sky Team because CMLL is very protective of their stars, whether they win or lose. So either they're winning or they are not getting pinned in this match. But I'm going to go with Sky Team on this one.
Yeah, that was actually my thought too. When we brought it up earlier, I was like, oh, Sky's team's definitely winning this one.
Oh, absolutely. This is going to be a fun one for sure. But yeah, this one's fun. Now, moving on though. Oh man, this one I'm really torn up about. So, in a specials crossover singles match, Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. I don't know, man. Like, my heart wants to pick Zack Sabre Jr. because his record at Forbidden Door has been really solid. But we're also building Kenny to eventually go up against and get him back into that AEW World Championship picture. I'm going to go against the grain, though. I'm going to go with Zack. I think Zack Sabre Jr. I'm going to go with Zack. I feel like Kenny can lose here. And since he is in AEW, you can have other opportunities to build him up back to that championship picture scene. But I'm going to go with Zack because I feel like Zack is Mr. Forbidden Door and his record is solid. So yeah. Benny, I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but who you got for this one?
Yeah, this is so rough. Why do you gotta make me do this, Tony? Why are you gonna make me pick between my 2 favorites? But if I had to pick between Kenny by God Omega and ZS Gay, ZS Gay, I would have to go with Kenny by God Omega.
Ooh, hell yes. Okay, so the first difference of opinions. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. This match is oh man, I need people to get into this one because this is gonna be a fun match. And I'm like, people are okay. I'm just gonna quickly say this here. I need y'all to stop with the Forbidden Door needs to be retired because I was like, or like, we're not getting dream matches. I'm like, are we looking at the same thing? Because I'm like, I need y'all to relax. Like, there are politics between the 4 different companies that we have advertised here. And that's not even announcing like what Stardom girls are going to be participating to here as well. Because I'm just like, y'all need to relax because there is politics and visas that we need to work through. Like, I need everyone to sit down and stop complaining Because then if they truly were to get rid of Forbidden Door pay-per-view, then people would be complaining that they want it back. I was like, "Stop being fickle, internet." I'm just saying it right now.
Yeah, it's just the anger machine that is the internet.
Gosh, you guys. Anyways, let's keep going. Steel cage match. Now, remember, if Mark Briscoe's team wins, Mark Briscoe gets a shot at the AEW World Championship match. And this is where I also think the Don Callis family starts to implode on itself a little bit more. So I'm going to go with Team Briscoe to win this match.
So earlier I said something about shenanigans, and
Yeah.
I think one of those shenanigans, I agree with you, that there is going to be an implosion of the Don Callis family in this one. But I do think it's going to work out in MJF's favor.
I like
So I'm gonna take MJF and the Don Callis family for the win.
Ooh, this should be really fun. Alrighty, moving on. We get into the women's Owen Hart finals. Mercedes Moné versus Maya World. Again, the obvious pick is for me to go with Mercedes because I think her at Wembley is probably on paper is a marquee match. But you know what? This is where I'm going to truly put in my bucket point. I'm going to go with Maya. In my personal opinion, there are two routes that Tony can go with Maya. Maya loses, but then you set up Maya to take the title off of Athena, and Maya World becomes our new ROH Women's Champion. Give her something to run with down in ROH, and then you can pull Athena to AEW more full time. But I'm also a Chaos Gremlin, and the momentum that Maya has gotten so far, I don't know. This is the fuck it point. I'm going with Maya just because I love chaos and I would like to see the internet burn. And
Yeah,
also, Maya would take the technically the final belt that Mercedes still has, which is that Owen Hart belt.
exactly. Maya for the win.
Hell to the yeah. Alrighty. Moving on though. This one, this match gonna eat. In the men's Owen Hart finals, you got Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay. Again, why you gotta make me pick between my two faves, Tony? Like, it's not fair. However, because of where we are going, I am gonna go with Ospreay to win this one. I feel like between the two of them, Osprey has more to lose in like quote unquote story purposes if he don't wins, but I'm gonna go with Osprey to win this one.
Yeah, same.
Sweet. Moving on to our so now we get into the championship matches so far. Well, in the main card. We're gonna first talk about the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Cage and Coke defending the titles against the Dogs, so David Finlay and Clark Connors. I got Cage and Coke retaining. I don't think their title reign is gonna go long, but I also don't think they're gonna lose it this soon. So I got Cage and Coke to retain over the Dogs.
Same. This dog's number one title build has been really, really fun. I just
Mhm.
don't see them taking it off of Copenhagen Case right now, especially
No.
with all in London coming up. So
And also with redemption happening in Canada as well. So,
exactly.
anyways, now we move on from an AEW championship to a New Japan championship. So for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship, of the Death Riders is challenging the champion and New Japan's right star, Mr. Shino. Man, this match going to rule too. I think these two are going to these two are going to fight, and I'm excited for it. I'm gonna go with Shota retaining though, but again, if Pac gets the title, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm just gonna put it out there, Tony. But for the purposes of predictions leagues, I got Shota retaining the title.
Yeah, yeah. I don't as much as I'd like to see Pac in New Japan, I don't see it happening. So Shoto to win.
Sweet. All right. We keep going though, and we get into our AEW Continental Championship. John Moxley versus Bandito. Again, why you gotta make me pick, Tony? Man, again, it's always hard to root against Bandito, but I feel like there's more planned for Moxley. So as much as it hurts my little heart, I'm gonna go with Moxley to retain the Continental Championship. But again, if Bandito wins, I'm not gonna be mad. But for the sake of predictions, I'm gonna go with Moxley.
Yeah, same.
Alrighty. Last but certainly not least, the final match that we have announced so far is for the AEW Women's World Championship. So this is Tech defending her title against her longtime nemesis and rival Stardom Starlight Kid. Tony Khan, you better give these women 20 plus minutes because we know Tekla and Starlight Kid can go. And we've seen them go long in Stardom. So please let them to have time to fight. And this match is going also the one that I'm looking forward to. I have Tekla retaining though, but this match is going to be so much fun.
I also got Tech retaining. I'm really looking forward to this one because Starlight Kid is amazing. What I've seen, and well, Thekla is Thekla. took the AEW world by storm.
I'm excited. This match is gonna be so much fun. And that brings us to the end of our Forbidden Door predictions for now. Of course, we'll probably get more matches as the week goes on leading into Sunday. But again, you can catch Benny and I this Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And we will be doing a live watch along for Forbidden Door, which I'm excited. It's going to be fun. And I'm looking forward to it. But we also have some fun stuff coming up for the remainder of this week. Like I said, Sunday is our Forbidden Door watch along. But tomorrow evening, you got our NXT and CMLL post shows, and then you got TNA on Friday. So we gonna get up on out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in from all of us here to PC Wrestle Pod to you at home. Remember, take care of yourself, love one another, stay iconic, and more importantly than anything, you always deserve to finish your story. The two of us will see you guys on Sunday for our Forbidden Door watch. But until next time, peace.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.